Hey, happy Friday. I'm sitting at a stoplight so I can go wee. It is Friday. I am so happy that it's Friday. I'm very jingly today. I have on my jingly earrings. I have on my jingly little pendant. Look at all these pretty things on here. Ooh, I've got on my little Christmas bracelet. I actually dressed up for nobody because I've been working at home all day by myself. I've been working since 7:30. I didn't even have a Zoom call or anything. I don't know. I just thought, gosh, Christmas is almost here and I have not worn much of my Christmas jewelry. I got to get on the ball. So I got some of it out and put it on. This is not Christmas jewelry, but it tinkles and jingles like my necklace, so I kind of thought it matched a little bit. These people are eager to get somewhere. I'm headed to Joann Fabrics and Crafts. This is my lunch hour. I'm going to run up to Joann's because I don't think we've been there. I don't know what kind of Christmas stuff they have. They may not even have any because I haven't been there since the last time we went there, and I think that was before Thanksgiving. I think they had Halloween stuff out. So I haven't been back since whenever that was, whenever I made a video in there. That was the last time I've been. I thought we would go by there. And so that's for my other channel, but I'm driving up there now. Also, I wanted to show, and I don't know if I'll do it in the same video or not. Sometimes I don't know how videos are going to turn out. You just kind of have to go with it and see what happens. I wanted to show something that I thought was pretty wild because I've never seen it before. And I know it's about, supply chain disruptions or ships floating out in the ocean or something, but so I'm not stupid. I mean, I understand that. But okay, now I know there are at least two Michaels. That is a nice motorcycle. That's like one of the little Hondas like I want. Sorry, that was a cool ass motorcycle that just went past me. I want one with the little cafe style handlebars on it. I know the motorcycle I want. And I'm not getting a motorcycle now. I don't have time to die right now, but it's dangerous riding a motorbike. But I love them though. Anyway, that's a story for another day. What was I saying? Shoot, I distract myself with stories about me, and I'm terribly self-centered. But I'm not complaining about it. Just like I'm not gonna sit here and complain about the fact that the word Vlogmas is dumb, because it is. Oh, I was talking about not being stupid. Yeah, or ignorant. The Michaels off of Wendover, which is back there. That Michaels has basically no Christmas stuff in it. And it's you can say, well, they sold it all out. Even I've been going in that Michaels. I've been in there numerous times since before Halloween. They have never had any Christmas stuff. I mean, there's a smidgen of Christmas stuff. There was a smidgen of Halloween stuff. They didn't really have much for Halloween either. But they have, so there's almost no Christmas stuff. And it's really weird. And it took me a minute to put two and two together because I also noticed that the Hobby Lobby near that Michaels is always completely slammed. Like there are tons of people there. It doesn't matter what day you go by there. It doesn't matter what time of day. The parking lot is always full. And I finally put two and two together and realized, well, shoot, they're probably always busy because people are figuring out there's nothing at Michaels. There's not hardly any Christmas stuff. And it's not because they sold it all. They never had much. I'm talking, even a month ago, they didn't really have any. So it's kind of weird. Now, I know there's at least one other Michaels in Greensboro, but I haven't been to that one. So I don't know. It's probably the same at that one, I would guess. It's just weird. I've just never seen it so empty before. It's just like up front where they have all the seasonal stuff. There's just like nothing, and it's sad because they're taking what little they do have and trying to spread it out and cover all the empty space. It's crazy. It's like, when a Kmart's about to die and they just spread the merchandise out to make it look full, and it's like a comb over, but for a retail store. It's just sad, and it doesn't work. I mean, we all know you're going bald. Just stop. Embrace the baldness, shave your head, and just go with it. That's what I would do. But for a store. And I guess it's a bad look for a store to have a bunch of empty shelves. So they have to do their equivalent of a comb over. But yeah, it's just crazy. I was just going to do a quick little walk around in there just to show you what it looks like, and we can look at what little they do have. They actually, it was funny. I was in there about a week ago. I don't remember what I was looking for. I went in there looking for something, and they didn't have what I was looking for. But it's kind of funny because now they actually have a lot. They had a lot of Halloween stuff. It looks like the little bit of Halloween stuff they did have, they didn't sell it, and it's all still there. And now it's 70% off. Actually, there was a really cool wreath. You know, they have these custom-made wreaths and things for every season that you can get, but they're like $100. There was one in there that was beautiful, and it was 70% off, and I really like it. Was a Halloween wreath, and it was super cool, and I really wanted it. And I picked it up, and but I put it back. I picked it up again. I put it back. Like, I don't need any more dang wreaths. Lord have mercy. Put it back. And so I put it back. I don't know if it's still there or not. It might be. Nobody's buying Halloween stuff right now. It may still be there. If it's still there, I may take it as a sign that I need to buy it, because it was really neat. Okay. Yes. So I hope your Friday is going swimmingly. Mine's going pretty well. I got in another new patent application I got to file, or I got to prepare. This is an interesting situation. I've only had this come up one other time, and it was years ago. It was at least 10 years ago, and I've had to relearn how to handle it. So this application was originally filed in Europe, and then a PCT, a Patent Cooperation Treaty application, was filed. Well, sometime between that PCT being filed and this application, the conversion in the U.S., one of the inventors died. So when you have a deceased inventor, there are things you have to do, because you have to let the patent office know that this inventor is DRT, dead right there, dead as a doornail. All due respect, you know, God rest her soul. She's DRT. What do I do? So I actually had to call the patent office, and I didn't even have to wait. I didn't even get put on hold. It was crazy. Like, I went right through, but the guy I got, he sounded like a robot. So at first I thought I was talking to one of those automated voice, you know, it's like, it's not a person, but it's a robot trying to sound like a person. How may I help you? And I thought it was a robot. And so I go, deceased inventor, can you elaborate? I have a deceased inventor in a 371 application. Can you please provide further information? And it finally dawned on me, is this like a person or is this a robot? So I had to ask, is this a robot or a person? It's a person. I don't believe you, though. That sounds like what you want me to think. I don't think you are. But I figured out he just kind of talks like a robot. This guy just talks kind of like an automated voice attendant. So anyway, I found out what I have to do. Although, one thing I've learned about the patent office, and I'm not complaining, but you can call the patent office and ask them a question. How do I do ABC? You talk to one person and they're going to tell you, in order to do ABC, you have to do XYZ. Okay, you do XYZ. Then you get a communication back from the patent office. This is incorrect. Well, this is what you told me to do. So you call them again. Hey, I did this thing and you told me to do this. You talk to another person. No, that's not right. You need to do 1, 2, 3. But I was told last time to do XYZ. Well, that may be, but that's incorrect. You got to do 1, 2, 3. Even if you take down the name, you have a reference number for the call. They don't care. They don't care. You can talk to 5 different people and get 5 different answers about how to do things. It's very frustrating, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, I talked to Robot Man and he told me how to handle it. But I'm sitting there at the time like, I don't think this sounds right. But I don't know, because it's been years. It's been so long ago that I did one of these, had a deceased inventor that the forms and everything that we use are totally different from the ones we used when I had to handle it before. So much has changed. So I'm guessing the way I handled it then wouldn't be the way I'd handle it now anyway. So, yeah, she's dead right there. Bless her heart. Anyway, I hope I get it right. But I know what I have to do. I know what Robot Man told me to do, and I got his name and the reference number and all that good stuff. And maybe it'll work. I guess we'll find out. So I'm working on that. But I can't, well, what I found out was I need the executor's name and address. Well, I don't know that. So we had to go back to the client and ask for that information. So I have to wait for them to respond. And they're in Germany, so they're 5 hours ahead of us. And we're not going to hear anything today because I don't think that's information they have readily available. But this particular application is not due until January anyway. So we like to get them filed as soon as possible, but really, I mean, we have plenty of time to get this thing done. That's the only thing I'm waiting for. And then you have to prepare there's a certain kind of statement that you have to prepare. It's a substitute statement in lieu of an oath or declaration. Every inventor has to sign a declaration for the application. Well, she's DRT and can't sign diddly squat, so I have to submit something in place of that declaration for her. Because the signed declarations are very important in a patent application. So that was part of my morning, and I worked on a bunch of other stuff. I'm still behind. I wouldn't be behind, but they keep sending more and more and more. It's like, are y'all ever gonna knock off for Christmas? Come on now. Normally y'all take the whole dang month of December off, basically. What are you doing? But it's okay though. I'm definitely not complaining because my paychecks right now, my checks are glorious. They are heaven sent. I am enjoying those checks, boy. I mean, I'm working basically 7 days a week, but those checks are nice. So that's good because I've got siding to put on my house and take all the money I can get right now. I got to come up with $21,000 to get my siding replaced. I have that masonite and it's crumbling. It's all got to come off and be replaced. And I'm getting all new insulation put in and everything. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's not cheap. So yeah, I'll work. I'm actually really glad that I have a lot of work right now because it really helps. Give me a little bit extra money to pay for this stuff. We're gonna do the masonite replacement in 2 stages, and that way I can break up the expense too, which is nice. I'm gonna do the worst part. Did I already tell you this? I may have already told you this. I'm gonna do the worst part first, which is the back. That's gonna be about $9,000. And then they're gonna do the sides later, after the back. And the dormers, I have dormers on the front that need to be done. All that together is going to be about 12. So, y'all were in a wreck. So what happens when you get in a hurry? You ain't gonna get there on time now. Just bump up in a turn lane over there. People not paying attention. I got bumped on Wendover the other day by a guy not paying attention. Fortunately, there was no damage, but he was completely freaked out. But yeah, he bumped the back of my car. Just rolled right up on me. Boop. Crazy. It's like you're in bumper cars around here. Anyway, I'm not really wearing a Christmas sweater today. Look how fuzzy it is. I got this at Goodwill. Isn't it pretty? It looks like Angora or something, but it's actually, I think it's all acrylic, but it's super soft. The only bad thing is there are these little fuzzies on it, and I have on these leggings, these little fleece-lined leggings, and the fuzzies are sticking to my pants really bad. And it looked really cute hanging up. It looked so cute. You ever see that? Like there will be a piece of clothing that looks really cute on the mannequin or on, hanging up, and then you put it on and it's like, ugh. It does not hang on me like it does on that mannequin. Yet this sweater, it kind of flares out at the bottom. It's kind of long and it kind of flares out. And when I wear it, it looks like a maternity top, like I'm pregnant or something. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how it looks. I don't know that I'm going to keep it. Sometimes I get stuff at Goodwill and I don't feel quite as bad getting rid of it because I didn't pay all that much for it to start with. It's really warm and I like it, but I'm not a big fan of the way it looks on me, and it leaves fuzzies all over my pants. So, and it's extremely staticky. I sprayed it with Static Guard and it's still having trouble with static. So yeah, it may go back in the Goodwill bin. What I used on it, you know, I wash everything when I get it home, and this one had a tag in there that said hand wash only, and I just laughed. Hand wash, you are adorable. You think I'm gonna hand wash something? Oh baby, you ended up in the wrong house. No, what I used was, I get these Woolite dry cleaner sheets. If you haven't tried them, I highly recommend them. I love those dry cleaner sheets. I use them on stuff that I would take to the dry cleaners. It's cheaper and it's way more convenient. And they work. They really do. I love them. Now you can get them, I may not be right about the price. You can get, I think you can get a box of 4 dry cleaner sheets. And for each dry cleaner sheet, I think you can use it on 3 or 4 articles of clothing, but they all need to be kind of like the same color, you know. You don't want to put a bunch of, you know, lights and darks in there together. That's what the thing says, and I don't, because I trust the instructions. I almost said ingredients. I trust the instructions. But they work though. Oh, they do, and they leave the clothes smelling so nice. But you take the dry cleaner sheet, you take your clothing and you turn it inside out and you put it in your dryer with one of the sheets, and you do the timed dry for 20 minutes and then take it out, and that's all you do. You can get a box, I think, of 4 for like $10. But if you've ever paid for dry cleaning, that's not bad. And like I said, you can use one sheet for 3 or 4 articles of clothing. So it's a pretty good deal, I think. I just got to Joann Fabric and Crafts. It doesn't look too crowded. But I love those dry cleaner sheets. Oh, I've been using them for years. Okay. I was reading that bumper sticker. Somebody has a bumper sticker. I was trying to read it. It says, "I break for little free libraries." That's actually cute. I've never seen that bumper sticker before. Okay. So I'm gonna go in here and check it out, and it, well, if it works out, you'll see a video later. I'm just curious to see if they have any Christmas stuff, and if they do, is it good? And well, if I find something good, I'll probably buy it, because I'm terrible. And every year I say I'm not gonna buy anything, and then I do. And I end up hating it at the end of the year, because I have to take it up in the attic and find somewhere to put it. And my attic is like this big. Like, why? I've started making use of the rafters though. So there are rafters overhead, and I thought, I have a lot of wasted space up there. So I had several of the kids' boogie boards, and I just laid them out over the rafters and made some little makeshift shelves, and I just throw stuff up on the boogie boards. So I get some extra storage up there. So it works out. And I've put in some nails and hooks too into the rafters where you can hang stuff, and that helped a lot too. So, because I want to be able to get to everything. There's no point in having stuff up there if you can't get to it, because then you'll forget it's there and it might as well not be there. So yeah, but I do love this time of year, and I love finding cool stuff. So I'm going to go in there and see what happens. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great Friday and you have a good weekend coming up. We're gonna have great weather here. I think it's supposed to be, actually, it's really warm today. I don't even have on a coat. It feels good outside. And it rained overnight, which is wonderful for my FU trees and my grass. And yeah, I think it's supposed to get up to like 72 tomorrow, which is crazy for this time of year, but I'll take it. I'll take it. But you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, I forgot to tell you something. Well, I'm back from Joann's. I did make a video in there. They have some Christmas stuff, and I actually bought some stuff too. I found some stuff that would look good on my peacock tree, because I keep adding to it. Every time I go in a store, I find something and I think, oh, that'd be so pretty on my peacock tree. So I get it, and then I get home and I'll stick it on the tree. I found some stuff for my peacock tree. It's just metastasizing, you know, like it's just getting out of hand. But I forgot to tell you about the weird dream I had last night. Now, this was, well, it wasn't technically last night, it was this morning, because see, Evie goes in, she has this rotation, and she'll sleep in my room at night for a while, and then she'll get tired of that, and then she'll go sleep in one of my other kids' rooms for a while at night, and then the other kid, and then she'll sleep downstairs for a while. She has this rotation, and she's on my room right now. The rotation is on my room, so she's sleeping in my room right now at night. She usually comes in there about 8 o'clock at night and gets comfortable on the edge of my bed and goes to sleep, and she stays there. And then when I go to bed, she's still there, and I just have to make sure not to, kick her off the bed or anything. Like, if I straighten out, I have to kind of move over on the bed so I'm not pushing on her. She gets mad. But anyway, so what she does, now my alarm goes off at like 6:45 or 6:30, or it's different all the time. Well, right now I'm getting up at 7 because I'm tired, and but she wakes me up usually about between 5 and 6. She'll go to the door and scratch on it, which is her way of telling me she wants out. So I will have to get up and let her out, and once I get up, I realize I have to pee, so then I have to go pee, and then I get back into bed, and I can't go back to sleep because now I'm kind of awake a little bit. So then I will just lie there for and usually what happens is, and then I start thinking about stuff, which makes me, now I'm even more awake. The light's red, dude. You're not getting, okay. He gets to sit at the red light longer than me. I'm jealous. People are so dumb. They race to red lights around here. You proud of yourself? I got plenty of time to walk up there and ask him what that was about. Anyway. So I lay there and I start thinking about stuff, and then I can't go back to sleep. And usually what happens is I will fall back asleep right before the alarm goes off, which makes me grouchy. Like, what? Now I got to get up for real. Well, this morning she woke me up about 5 and she wanted out, so I let her out, and then I had to pee. Then I got back into bed, and I actually went back to sleep pretty quickly. And I had the weirdest dream. It was so weird. I mean, I don't get into dream interpretations like, oh, if you dream about a bird, it's this, or if you dream about this thing, it means, I don't get into all that. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something to it. Personally, I don't know. Well, I don't remember how the dream started. There was a definite something. I remember there was a first half of this dream, and I don't remember now what it was. The second half, I was standing on somebody's, like a balcony kind of thing, or a deck of some sort. I was outside. I didn't recognize it. It wasn't anything that I think I've ever seen. And I'm standing out there by myself, and this blue bird flew up. It was the color of a bluebird, but I was aware that this bird was it was a woodpecker, but it was solid blue. And it flew up and it landed on my forearm. And it had a piece of bread in its mouth, like a piece of loaf bread, like, sandwich bread, in its mouth, and it gave it to me. It gave me this piece of bread. And then the bird turned into this boy, like a teenage boy, like my older son's age. And he had brown hair. It was kind of like brown, kind of curly hair. He just looked like somebody's kid. I mean, it wasn't anybody I recognized. I don't know who it was. And we had a conversation of some sort. I don't remember what it was about. And then the next thing I know, I'm with this woodpecker kid, and I took this kid to have lunch with my parents, which is weird because my parents have been divorced for 30 years. You are not going to find them in the same room together. It was not an amicable separation and divorce at all. No, you will not get these two people in the same room. So it was very odd that we went to a lunch, and they were getting along. I mean, they were not sitting next to each other, but we were at this big table, and we were having this lunch, and it was just them and Woodpecker Boy and me. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but then at one point I said, y'all, I need to tell you something, just so you know, this boy here is actually, he was a woodpecker. And they're sitting there like confused. And I said, he was a woodpecker. He gave me a piece of bread and he turned into this young man right here. And they took it like it was like I was telling a joke, like it was the beginning of a joke. And they both went, uh-huh. And then what happened? And I said, well, nothing. That's it. He was a woodpecker. He was like a blue woodpecker. And then he turned into a boy after he gave me a piece of bread. They're going, I don't get it. I don't understand this joke. And I said, it's not a joke. And that's when my alarm went off. So I have no idea where that would have gone. I was mad because they were not understanding me. Like, I just wanted you to know. And then my alarm tone on my phone is Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy." So as soon as I said, it's not a joke, all of a sudden, like, what? No, shut up. I want to know how this ends. But I had to get up. So, woodpecker boy, I don't know whatever became of you, but happy trails, my friend. Thanks for the bread. What the hell does that mean? If you get into dream interpretations, what is that about? Is it about my parents' relationship? Was I hungry? Did I want a sandwich? I don't know. Because sometimes, a lot of times, I can look at my dreams and go, well, I dreamed about that because I had a conversation with somebody about a similar topic the day before, or I thought about something and that's why it was in my dream. I got nothing. A blue woodpecker with a piece of bread who turns into like a teenage boy that I've never seen in my life. Like, I don't know. I did not recognize this kid. So what is that about? Because I got nothing. I don't know. I do not know. But anyway, now I'm headed to Michael's to show you the barren wasteland that is their seasonal section. Like, it's bizarre. If it's like it was when I was in there a week ago, it's really weird. Because when I was in there, I'm telling you, they had more Halloween stuff than Christmas stuff. It was bizarre. Like, what time of year is it? This is goofy. So that's why everybody's been flocking to the Hobby Lobby, I guess. Well, I bet they're doing really well this year. Because there's nothing at Michael's to buy. If you're looking for Christmas stuff, there's basically nothing there. It's weird. It's floating around on a ship somewhere. Maybe they'll just have a bunch of it next year. I don't know. It'll get here eventually. But yeah, I had to tell you about my dream before I forgot about it. It was really, really weird. I don't know what that was about. I don't know. It was a very interesting dream. It was very realistic. It was one of those dreams that it was like you're right in it and it's really happening. It was very weird. Maybe I feel like I can't communicate with my parents. Like, I have these concrete ideas and I'm trying to convey them to my parents and they're just not getting it. That's actually very possible, because sometimes I do feel that way, especially when I'm trying to help my dad with his phone. My dad, I love my dad. He's 81. If you've ever dealt with anyone, of age, like, they don't, a lot. Now, some of them really grasp technology, and a lot of them are just like, nah, I'm not learning that. Get that out of my face. I don't care. That's my dad. So he went, now you talk about a learning curve. My dad went from a flip phone, I'm talking like a Motorola flip phone, to an iPhone 11. You do not want to make a jump that big. I don't know. It's like you need an intermediate something. I don't know. I don't know, but there's got to be something in the middle. It's like going from aspirin to Dilaudid. I mean, you can't do that. I mean, I reckon you can, but it's a hell of a jump. And my dad he has to borrow my stepmom's phone to call me every now and then. He's like, Mary, my phone don't work. Tell me what I gotta do. And see, I don't know shit about iPhones, because I have a Samsung. I've never had an iPhone. And I know people are very passionate about, iPhones versus Androids, and I was actually supposed to turn right there. I'll turn down here. My phone don't work. Well, I'm like 150 miles away and I'm working right now. Well, tell me what I need to do. I don't know what's wrong with it. My apps are gone. Dude, I don't know. I don't know shit about iPhones. But yeah, so fortunately he knows somebody up there that can help him. So it's like, well, you need to talk to the person that can help you, because even if I were there, I might not be able to help you, because I'm really not familiar with iPhones at all, and they're different. I mean, they don't do everything like an Android or whatever. Oh no, I love my dad, but he manages to do some crazy stuff with his phone. I don't even know how it ends up the way it does sometimes. He had it oriented upside down for a while. I don't even know like what. And then it was like all in Chinese or something, and we had to figure out how to get back to English, and I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna say this parking lot is more full than it was last week. Do you think it's possible the ships came in and they got their Christmas crap? Well, if so, there might be a lot to look at. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Store number 2, and then I got to go home and get back to work. Now, I'm leaving for real this time. Thank y'all so much. Have a fantastic Friday, and I will see you soon.